my dog into my room, but she's sitting licking her paws, and I'm like, come on, come in, so I can close the door. I'm just gonna close the door. She'll come in. She doesn't like having the door closed on her. I guess nobody does. How are you all this morning? I'm just gonna get you up on my screen so that I can see who's with us this morning. Please say hi if you are joining. And we are doing another market scene. Today is Julia's image. How are you? Nanette, hi, good morning. Hello, C. I've decided okay, so this week I was going to do a drawing session, and my idea was to do a harvest drawing session, but I want to save that one for next week. So this week we're actually going to Italy, and we're making pasta and pizza. So that is our drawing session this week, and I believe I'm either going to have it on Saturday or Friday, depending on who can and can't make it. Like, only because if more of you can make it on Saturday, then we'll have it on Saturday. I do know that I think it's a draw frenzy on Saturday, so I'll just make sure that it doesn't coincide with that. Or was it this past weekend and I completely missed it? Maybe it was this past weekend. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe one of you guys can tell me. But yeah, welcome. If you are here and you haven't said hi, please say hi. And then it says Saturday is better for me. Okay, we can even do an early one around this time, because I know that a lot of people can make this time of day as well, other than the West Coasters. But even if I have it later, many West Coasters don't seem to come anyway, so it's okay. So we'll figure it out. Okay, so I think I'm going to paint today. I'm going to use my schminke and do today's market scene, which is today's market scene is excuse me, from Julia, and it is I think it's like a craft market. Last weekend spring makers market in Victoria, Australia. I'm going to give you a thumbs up. Thank you. Yeah, I love this little scene. It's great. I love everything with the people and the and I have to remember to turn it upside down. Okay, so I'm going to do that now so I don't forget, and then I'm going to show you my book that I have chosen for today. To get your creative juices flowing, if you haven't started doing anything for Christmas, not that this is really Christmassy, but it's a lovely book by Alexandra Stratcotta. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And it's called The Embroidered Closet. So it's basically taking items and embroidering and, you know, adding that little bit of embellishment onto, or embroidery onto, different things. And I absolutely love it, and would love to start, you know, adding something to my clothes. I know that Pearlie is great at doing it. But yeah, she has, you know, this book is great because it's all about like how to get started and projects that you can do to add embroidery to your pieces. So there's a little bit of everything. There's like, and it talks about choosing fabrics for clothing, and there's t-shirts, and there's shirts and hats and shoes. I'm sure a lot of you do this anyway, but it even has stencils in the back if that's not something that you can can do yourself, like the whole drawing thing, but it's, so yeah, I really like it. It just gives you ideas. It gives you, you know, things that you can try. I love this. I think that's really pretty. I know that we've talked about, we were supposed to do this in July and get ready for Christmas. I was supposed to do some little ornaments, but I haven't even done that. So yeah. So yes, the embroidered closet. I know it's definitely something that is on a lot of people's radar to do. So I just wanted to show you this lovely book. Okay, putting that aside, I'm getting a piece of paper, which I have not prepped yet, so I'm going to probably do that. I was going to bring my doggies down that the pictures that I just finished. I spent, how many hours? I spent over 10 hours painting yesterday. Some dogs. I think I'm just going to draw on the back of this one. Oh no, I'm not, because there's something on the back. Yeah, I did 5 dog portraits yesterday, and I did get them finished, which I'm happy about. I'm looking for a blank piece. Aha. Okay. Let's take this one. And I'm going to prep it, because if I'm using gouache, I do need to prep it. So I'd love to have had a little bit of a heavier piece of paper, but I'm going to use this and show you that it's fine to use something that's not fantastic in weight. Oh, I know why that's dark. I had a stand up. All right, and I do need to square it up, change the composition a little bit. Excuse me, just had like a hiccup. I like this orange. I love this side because of the shadows, and I'm going to have to crop it a little bit, so it's going to just come to the top there of the trees. Hi, good morning, Reb. Good morning, C. Oh, I said good morning, C. Good morning, Carolyn. Good morning, Martina. All right, we're painting this morning. Well, I'm painting with gouache, and I'm just grabbing my gouache. Let's have a look. See if it needs a refill. It probably does need a little bit of a refill. I've got my paints out so I can refill. Oh no, it's good. I am good to go. Good to go. And I do have some paints on here, which I believe are gouache as well, because they're cracking. So I think they are gouache. So I can just respray my surface over here. And while that reactivates, I am going to I moved around a lot of things. I'm not sure why I moved it around, but I suddenly don't have any room on my side here. There we go. There we go. Now you can see those. Okay. We're getting there. We are getting there. Okay, I'm going to, I did have, where did that go? I did have white. I did have a white acrylic out. And that has, oh no, here it is. Okay. Just white acrylic so that I can go over my paper to prep it. You could use gesso. I'm using white acrylic. This way it gives me a little bit more of a prepped surface because I'm using gouache. And I'm going to dry it, so excuse the noise. Julia, I love that there's only one image today, so we're all going to be doing the same image. It's kind of nice. Okay. Sorry for the noise. The acrylics has a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's okay. I will not let that bother me. Okay, I'm gonna be blocking in colors just like I did yesterday, but doing it with gouache. Is everybody working on this one? And see, so I can reactivate some of this. Okay, I need to also, let's just get a square going. Oh, my square, where are you? Here you are. Let's get that on first so that I know where I'm painting. Okay. And I'm going to try and be quite loose with the first few layer, or the first layer at least. Reb, talk a little bit about that big wood print that's going on. Is that, like, are you part of that, or is that somebody who you know who's doing that huge wood print? If you've seen Reb's stories, there was somebody who was carving a massive, massive wood print. It looked amazing. Okay. Me and a couple of friends are doing it. Oh, it's a collab. How fantastic. Oh, C says, I goofed and started with Teresa's pescados and mariscos. But that's okay. You're doing quite a few of them, C, so that doesn't really, that's fine. Like, it doesn't matter. Okay, Reb, how big is this? It looks huge. It looks humongous. If you guys haven't seen what Reb is working on, go over to Reb's. Did you put it on YouTube or is it just on Instagram? Because I saw it on Instagram. 3 feet by 5 feet. They're going to print them with a steamroller. Oh, yeah, I did see that. That's kind of cool. That's incredible. Is that a steamroller that they have, or you're renting one? That's again going to be amazing. And then these prints, are they going to be sold anywhere particular? That's quite a large print to have. Oh, it's on YouTube as well in my shorts. Okay, yeah. You guys can go over to her YouTube, made by Reb, and she has it in her shorts, which is not in her shorts that she's wearing, in her shorts. It's like a short form on YouTube, short video form, if you don't know what I'm talking about. That's really cool. Okay, not sure what these clouds are going to look like, but we'll just get them in and then we can make them brighter. The blue isn't the blue that I want, but I'm just using what I have here. There'll be a show. Oh, neat. Like just for what do you call it? It's wood prints. Oh, I can also use this blue in other places. Like the tent. And over here. I think I took the sky a little bit too far down because I'm going to get the dark shadows in. I want to mix a dark purple. Could also be like a really nice, maybe I'll go a little bit more on the green side. Dark bluey green. Yeah, I was going to go purple, but then I'm like, I think it should be a little bit more on the green side because it's very similar to the trees. So just going to get these shapes in. Oh, it's a show just for these prints. There are 50-ish artists. Oh, neat. So there's 50 artists doing these huge prints, and they're all going to use the steamroller. And then are you going to, like, is it a gallery that's exhibiting this? So cool. I must have like I have an old email address, like an old Hotmail, and it keeps coming up on my iPad, but I don't have Outlook on there, and it keeps coming up, and I'm like, okay, like I need to go in and sort something out in there because I haven't used that email for over 10 years, I think. Anyway. So I'm just blocking in all the darks, really just I think I've got a few in the wrong spot though. like the trees, I think. I need to get these beautiful tents in. Like this whole edge is wrong. It's okay. It's okay. I'm sure Julia is not going to count the trees and tell me that they're wrong. If you're just joining, we've been doing upside down, or some of us have been doing these upside down images all month. It's a great way to just ease into your day and really not overthink an image. I love it. Some people don't love it because they get almost like motion sickness with it, which happens, and it's bizarre that it does happen, but it does happen to some people, and we have a few people who feel that way. I like it, yeah, especially in the morning, early in the morning, because then I really don't have to think about the subject that I'm drawing, or if it's a really busy scene, and it just, for me, it really helps. So I'm loving it. I'm going to get this a little bit on the deeper side. Oh, we've got a shadow here too. Some people even feel a little bit sick or motion sick watching me doing it upside down. So that's not good. So you can just turn your screen the right way up if that happens. Like, I don't know what your brain is doing, but yeah, you're obviously, your brain is like trying to correct it, correct the way it's being painted, trying to figure out the scene, which is funny. As you can see, mine is not completely right. I want to kind of brush the edges because I don't want them super solid. Some of them are solid and some of them aren't, but if you can see these edges, they're a little bit broken. Maybe I'll come in with the light green once it's dry. Good morning, Julie. Hello, Biddy Penny. She says, hi, Charlotta and chat. Julie says, or we can watch you doing a handstand doubles as exercise. Oh, yes. That, we could start a challenge like that, Julie, for sure. I mean, us doing a handstand, not you doing a handstand and painting. Oh, I was going to say, Biddy Penny says, LOL, Julie, I would then have watch from ER as well. Have to watch. Yeah. C says, hi, Julie. Okay, we have some color going on as well, so I'm going to get little specks of color. I'll make some of these colors a little darker. And then some a lot lighter. My gouache is still wet, so I'm trying to get kind of thicker amounts of gouache on here so that it's laying over the top. You don't want to be lifting the undercolor. I lost one of the tents here. I'm going to move back into the trees and then correct this and put the tent here. Julie, I woke up with intentions of Draw Brighton this morning. Is it Capnut? I can't remember how you spell his name, but I can visualize it. Did you do it? I know I've drawn him before and I love him. I got doing something else. I was down here at like 5 minutes after 5. I'm like, oh, I can join. And then I got into responding to an email and then ended up not doing it. I need to be more regimented when it comes to doing something like Draw Brighton, because I signed up and I've only done one so far. Clapmut, that's it. Did you do it? Carolyn says, Reb, I was really hoping I might make it there to see in person, but I have caught the crud and don't think it's going to happen. Oh no. Carolyn, that's awful. Is the crud like the flu? Or like, what is it? Or is it COVID? Or does that just mean that you are not well? Sorry, I don't think we use that saying, or I don't use that saying. Caught the crowd. Julie says, I did the 5 times 1 minute and the 5 times 3 minute. Had to leave then, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm thinking those would be, I think I may just go into their image library and do a few quick ones, because I don't always have time to do the longer ones. If you're just joining, we're going to have a paint session this Saturday, and it's going to be an Italian one. It's going to be on pasta and pizza, and I've gathered some really lovely images, so don't worry, it won't be all drawing food. It's kind of the whole culture around pasta and pizza in Italy. Seeing as I'll be there in a couple of weeks, I figured it would be nice to celebrate the place that I'm going and do that. And then the following week before I leave, we have Thanksgiving here, so I'd like to do a Thanksgiving drawing session. We're going to be doing still lifes, and that will be next week, probably either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Oh, the crud covers any cough-inducing illness for us. Okay. It may do up here in Canada too. I've just never heard anybody using it. Carolyn says, not sure, but my asthma is really horrible. I need to go and get a test. Oh, Carolyn, sorry. Julie says, Fedi is modeling this afternoon. She's so great. Yeah, I saw her. I'm just not sure if I may be able to do some of it. And then who's later like this? Is there one more this evening? Bitty Penny says, how often do you go live? I go live Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Bitty. And we've been doing lives for the past 5.5 years. No, it's funny that, I mean, thank you for joining, and I appreciate you coming and chatting, because a lot of times people join and they don't actually say anything. And then I find out that they're like, oh yeah, I join you every morning on lives. And I'm like, oh, you have never said hi. So thank you for saying hi. Yeah, we have monthly challenges. This month we are working on markets. And if you haven't seen our markets, we've been doing them upside down. So these are some images from this month so far. Some of these have been live and some of them have not been live, because on Mondays and Fridays our Blue Shine Art Club, which is over on my newsletter, we join on Zoom on Mondays and Fridays and have a co-working session. So these are some of the markets, and our club gets together and provides images so that we can work together in the mornings or whenever. Like we use each other's photos, which is really lovely. So yeah, if you're interested in starting, or maybe you do a daily practice. Where are you located? Itty bitty penny. I'm going to call you itty bitty penny, not just bitty penny. The colors picked up a lot of the undertone colors. So now I'm going to get a much darker value on here. Biddy Penny says, I'm in Texas. Oh, you're in Texas too? So, oh, do you know Reb? So Reb is in Texas. Carolyn is in Texas. Meryl, I'm not sure, is Meryl here? Meryl's in Texas. Lots of Texans. Itty Bitty Penny works. I wake up and have a daily practice first thing in the day. I typically create from 5:30 to 7 a.m. Ah, like me. Well, and I do until 8. But yeah, I do also get up early and create. It's a good time of day to start. Welcome, welcome. So do you know Made by Reb? Yeah, so many Texans. What is going on? Are you in the same part of Texas, do you think, as Reb? It'd be interesting. Can you imagine if you're just around the corner? And she's got an exhibition coming up. Maybe you've seen her big woodcut that she's making with her friend. Collab. OMG, she's in the Rio Grande Valley. Oh no, that's Meryl, sorry. Yeah, so many Texans. And no, she doesn't know Made by Reb, but love expanding my circle of creative comrades. I'm in Austin. Hang on, Reb, aren't you in Austin? Did Reb leave already? Reb, did you leave? She may have had to go. Well, I'm up here in Canada. How did you find me? I would love to know. Because, you know, there may be a link with somebody that we all know. Oh, right. Sorry, Reb. Reb is in Houston. Meryl is in the Rio Grande Valley. Carolyn says she's just an hour north of Austin. Biddy Henny says, I found you some time ago. I watched Sandy Hester. That might be how the algorithm connected us. Ooh, that would be great. Maybe. And Made by Reb says, well, technically a bit south of Houston. And Biddy Penny says, Reb, is your exhibition in Houston? Teresa says, good morning, Biddy. Is it you that makes cards? Okay, I'm going to get some light blue. A very light bluey colour, or a grey, light grey. This is actually not very light. My water is very dirty. Okay, let's get this tent on because this tent kind of got lost. And Billy Penny says, I do, Teresa. Haha. So maybe there's that connection. Have you been following Biddy Penny for a while, Teresa? Because that could be the algorithm too. Mind you, I don't know if... Are you Bitty Penny on Instagram too? Biddy Penny? Oh, Teresa says, no, I just found her on Instagram. Okay. Meryl says, howdy y'all. Howdy y'all. Yeah, we all hope it's a smashing success. Reb, is it this weekend? No. When is the opening? I think my friend Jacinda is from... I think she is from Austin. Okay, just cleaning up these lines here just to make them a little bit brighter. And also need to get some of this on the tent. And then I'm also going to brighten up the grass a little bit. Yep, this Sunday. Ooh. Biddy Penny says, Carolyn, we're close. I'm just north of Austin in, does that say Hutto? How do you pronounce that? Is it Hutto or Hutto? Okay, let's get some brighter green on. I want to get that vibration. I've got that song, Good Vibrations, in my head. And make this one a little bit smaller. There we go. This guy is carrying a bag, so I need to correct that. And there's a little bit of grass in between his legs, or her legs. Isn't it fun drawing upside down? I I love it. Some of you are drawing upside down with me. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys have made connections. You, I can't believe we have that many Texans here. That's great. Right? Some other colors here that I am missing, and also in the trees I want to get a little bit more of a muted green on the edges of those trees. Green is slightly, or a little bit more on the warmer side. Doesn't all have to be as dark. I think that's too light now. Too dark, too light. Okay, now I need to push that back again. Sorry, I always go a little bit quieter towards the end of our hour. I know that you guys are all so used to me doing that. It's just because I'm like, oh shoot, we only have 10 minutes left. I do love those bright clouds though in the sky, because that kind of signifies that really nice kind of sunshine that's happening somewhere in the sky. So I'm gonna get some of those bright clouds in. Keep those really nice brights. The wispiness of them. Carolyn says, I'm in Belton. We are. I just followed you on Instagram. Penny says, thanks. I need to practice painting upside down. I have always heard it takes some stress out of finding likeness as such. Hi, Joanne. It's wonderful to see an artist painting in real time. I will have to come back and paint along. Yes, you will. And if you're interested in joining our club, go into our Substack. My Substack, it's Charlotte Hamilton, but if you go into the description here, you'll find links to my newsletter. And yeah, if you're interested in joining our group, and I'm sure you're busy with your cards if that's what your business is. So but join anytime here. Okay, I'm gonna turn it in a minute. There are just a few areas that I can add. Also, in between the trees, there's always a little bit of light peeking through. Let me get that in. They don't need to be as dense. Lots of bags being carried as well. Okay, I'm going to turn it over and see where I need to like just add a little bit more detail, because we do usually just do 80 to 90% upside down and then turn it over for anything that we need to add. But Julia, if you're watching, oh no, you're probably not watching because it's the times have changed over there, so it's way too late. But if you're watching the replay, thank you for the image, Julia. And yeah, I look forward to seeing everybody's images from today. Make sure you put them in the chat, in the Substack chat for our group. I'd love to see them. Okay, I know that I can change a few things. Ooh, it kept blurring. I think something's up with my phone. It's doing weird things. Okay, well, as you can see, it definitely helps to do something like this because you kind of get a feel for the whole image. And I'm just going to go in with my 14B and just correct a few lines, a few areas that I can see I can adjust. Little things, details that I wouldn't have, I don't think to look for when I'm drawing upside down. Especially like things like this that I can put in which are in the foreground, that I can really define a little bit more. And also a reminder that you don't have to draw everything. You could do this with neon colors as well. I've made this young girl into a much older guy carrying this. That's all right. It's just really the way the posture turned out, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. I kind of like it, so there's no point in changing something that you like. Okay. Oh, thank you, Julie. I'm happy with this one. I love the light in it. Really love the light. And this is day 8. And I'm going to write it down. Spring market in Victoria, Australia. And this is Julie's. See you, Julie. Bye. Have fun drawing. I may jump over there and do some. I've got to see what time I can take Piper out for a walk. Leslie says, oh, just caught the tail end. Love this upside down show. Thank you so much. Biddy Penny, I have to run. Time to get kiddos off to school. It's been such a pleasure meeting you all and connecting. I will be back again and check out the links. Have a lovely week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, my eyes are a bit boggly this morning. Oh, when and I had my glasses on and everything, but I don't know if it's because I've got reading glasses on and I'm looking at here and I'm looking at the screen and I'm looking, anyway, a little different to yesterday's, very different to yesterday's, but so enjoyable. I'm so loving these market scenes. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in these monthly challenges. I can't remember if we decided on what we're going to do in November. Did we? Did we? Thank you, Reb. And Reb says, nice meeting you, Biddy Penny. I keep wanting to say itty bitty penny, but it's just Biddy Penny. No, we didn't, Joanne? Okay. So maybe that's something that we need to determine before the end of the month. So I get the Padlet out next week so that you can start populating it, because yeah. All right, well, have a really good day, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, right? Is today Wednesday? Yes, today is Wednesday. This is what happens when I don't have like a class that's scheduled for the week. I get a little bit confused to which day is which. I still want to put some more white on these little, maybe I can do that with Neocolor, on these clouds just a little bit. Not blue. Oh no. Ah. It's picked up some. It's blending what's underneath it. They just need to be a little bit rounder, you know? Okay. I'll stop now. All right, well, that's something to discuss and think about. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye.